Hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. For today, there's a bit of a variety of things. I'll get into these. The Skybox Metal Universe Batman box I found at my local Walmart. I had not seen this box before. Maybe new for end of 2025. I'm not really sure. All I know is that I paid $30 for this box from my local Walmart, and in doing a tiny bit of research, I was looking on eBay, seeing if maybe I could purchase those boxes for cheaper. I didn't find any boxes. I found individual cards listed for sale. I then looked on Amazon, and apparently this is for 6 packs, 6 cards per pack. This blaster box is $65 plus shipping on Amazon, which is crazy. Anyway, I also, after I purchased that box, I went to my local Target, and they had the Star Wars Unlimited Secrets of Power booster packs, and then this, I saw War of the Obelisk. I saw the Upper Deck logo. I did not see that these are Neopets cards, so we'll see. But it does say they may contain time-sensitive redemptions, so those might be neat. But we'll start with the Star Wars, and as I think is typical for Target stores, and I've mentioned this in previous recordings, my local store limits 2 per item per person per day, whatever. So I could only purchase 2 of each of these, and these were $5 per pack for the Star Wars and $5 per pack for the Neopets. So anyway, there's a C3PO with yeah, that one has a little bit of a foil on it. Okay. Bus Screw Entertainment District with thunderous applause. Relief request. Defense Fleet X-Wing. Crate Veteran. Pursue the Lead. There you go. Emissaries Sheathipede. Okay. Another Crate Veteran. Is that the same? Okay. Bit different. Black outline on that one. No black outline on this one. I don't know if that's of any significance. Outer Rim Constable. ISB Agent. Creditor's Claim. Convene the Senate. The Wrong Ride. The Mandalorian. Okay, there's another one with a little foil on the bottom. And Topple the Summit. That would be the final card. So I have no idea if the Star Wars cards, the Neopets cards, the Batman cards, if any of them have any value. Set those right there. We'll get into this, and then I do plan to, after I finish opening, I will research the cards, look them up, see if anything is of any value, any significance. There's a Mon Mothma, the hollow foil on the bottom center. Senate Rotunda. Raxian Assembly. Senate Warden. Speed Security, Populist Champion, Kriya's Whispers, Supreme Council Aid, Unauthorized Investigation, Zenua's Shadow Fighter, Assassin Probe, Muckraker Crab Droid, B2EMO Fringe Droid. Oh, there's two of them. A Soulless One, Moral Authority, and Skyhopper Canyon Runner. So none of that seems to scream to me as though it has anything. Anyway, we'll get into these now. Nice inverted pack. Okay. I do like that. A little bit of texture and then gloss on the center. So there's an Ikara, Lenny, Gilert, Gelaire, Shoiru. That seems to be holographic. And that one. The Oracle. Maybe something. Grundo Warehouse. Jub Jub. And Z. Zai. Alright. Yeah, that'll be interesting to open this one. And, okay. Show the pack artwork. And that's different. There's another Lenny Green. Bori. Waki. Petty Pilferer. Holographic. And Henrik Master Thief. Another holographic. Hirasim. Zwitok. A Bree. And then we'll see what this is. Oh, security tag. Well, that's... I thought that may have been something, but yeah, that's just maybe a spacer to weight the pack so that all of them are the same. I don't know, but so far that seems to be something. But anyway, get into this now. And as is typical, there's a box with, yeah, like half of the space just empty. So pull those out, leave them in the order in which they were in the box, secure the blade, show the pack artwork. So you can pause and read that if you care to do so. nice bend on that first one. Okay. Owlman. Oh, these are nice thick cards. They remind me of, maybe it was Skybox from the 90s cards. Batmite. There's a Flatline. The Calculator. Onyx. Nice little bit of raised sort of detail to that. And then a Catwoman, who is apparently a hero. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. Okay. And Batman of China. Okay. Night Runner. These are very, as you can see, reflective and also not in the best condition for the edges. Straight out the pack. Mad Monk. The Huntress. Here's a Misfit and another Catwoman, different one this time. So let me look through. Oh, there is. Okay, so I completely missed that was blue one, and that these blue cards. I guess the regular ones also have a little bit of texture in the background. It's more pronounced in the sort of teal version. Jeremiah Arkham. Some condensation on it. That's neat. She-Bat. Oh, there's a Batman. Different sort of holographic on that. That's Jim Gordon Batman. Okay. That's interesting. That might be something. Clock King. Sort of teal version. There's Oracle, different. I'll show this one first. Commissioner Jim Gordon. And then Oracle. There you go. Bit of backstory. So that's S6, whatever that means. Again, I'll go through these after I'm done. Before I do a recap, I'll go through, research a few of them, and see if any of them have any sort of significance. There's a Looker, Halo, Phantasm. Again, I don't know if the camera picks up on that. Maybe not. Question. The Question. Teal, sort of. Blue Beetle. And Leslie Tompkins. So yeah, I would say these are decent enough cards, but you can see that one straight out the pack. Bit of a corner ding. I don't believe I did that when I opened it. I think that these cards just get kind of thrown around. The packs get thrown around in the box, and they're not very well protected, and the nature of the cards makes them more susceptible to... See, this one I was very careful with, and you can already see. Yeah, that corner is definitely dinged straight out the pack. So there's a Bruce Wayne, who I don't really think he's a hero, but okay, I think he's just a wealthy person. Calendar Man. Again, apologies for the view on this if it's awkward. The cards are just very reflective. There's a black mask. There's another one of that sort. Onomatopoeia. That's a nice one. So that's just a regular card in the set with a different fancy hollow foil. There's a bat wing and Clayface, who, again, I don't think Clayface is much of a hero. So, final pack of this. There's a Tempest, Lucius Fox, Talon, El Gaucho, Hero. There's a Blockbuster Villain Purple, and then you have Black Lightning, who I believe it was called Super Volt, but anyway, or Super Bolt. There you go. So a Blockbuster Villain Purple. Okay. So as I said, I'll go through if you want to see the pack again to show odds. There you go. Anyway, I'll go through, research these a bit, and come back and wrap this up. Thank you. Alrighty, so we're back with a bit of a recap here. I went through the Star Wars cards. I think pretty much all of these I didn't notice when opening because, again, I hadn't opened these before, so I'm not familiar with them. They do have rarity symbols. You have common, and then common holographic. There's uncommon. So all of the common, uncommon cards are like maybe 5 or 10 cents a piece. The holographic right here, common, is maybe a 25-cent card. It's not really anything of note in those. I went through these. Common. There's a rare, and a rare. Yeah, these right here, not really worth anything. Maybe, again, 15, 20 cents a piece. The Mandalorian for just a normal rare is about a $1 card. And then Topple the Summit being holographic, even though it's a bit warped, I guess. That was out of the pack like that. That's apparently an $8 card, being a rare holographic. So, yeah, if you see the Star Wars cards, if you're interested in those, if you would care to play, it may be a role-playing game from the looks of the cards. If you're interested in that, you certainly get a lot of cards in each pack, 16 if I remember correctly. So, and there may be some better cards available, so not entirely terrible. Now going over to the Neopets cards. Again, I looked up all of these, and there is right there, I believe that's a rare card. That's a super rare holographic. And I think for all of these right here, they're about $2 to $3 each. These may be, and again, that's just a rare non-holographic. These may be newer cards that haven't really, individual cards haven't hit the secondary market yet. I also just looked these up on eBay. I didn't go any deeper than that. So $2 to $3 each, even this one being a holographic rare, that one being a holographic super rare. I also did not notice this in one of the packs. If it may have stuck to one of the other cards, I'm not sure. But that is a code, if it will, excuse me, if it will focus. And this, I looked up this card, and it's about a $3 card shipped. So, see if scratch gently. Maybe I'll use cardboard because I'm entirely unprepared. There you go. Well, apologies for that. I thought it would be easier, and I should have been prepared, but there you go. So that should be mostly legible. So if you follow the instructions, you can redeem that code. There you go. And then the surprise, which kind of wasn't to me when I opened the pack, because kind of thought, yeah, this card kind of stood out to me. But again, not having opened these previously, I was not sure. But this is apparently an alternate art super rare card, which is available for purchase on eBay for $15 plus shipping. So $15 plus shipping. I think that's decent enough. So yeah, if you see those packs hanging around, I would recommend them if you're interested in Neopets. Now we'll go to the Batman cards. Now again, with there being obvious, like, slight damage on most of the cards when you open the packs, I would say that yeah, the Skybox company needs to package those and protect them a bit better inside the box. But that notwithstanding, the cards are nice. They look nice. They're detailed. The imagery is good. They're well made. They're thick, solid cards. So yeah, if you see these Batman cards and you're interested in anything having to do with Batman, if you see them at retail, I would recommend picking up a box or two, and I doubt these will still be on the shelf next time I go to my local Walmart or Target, but if they are, I would buy them again. So the individual cards, and again, this may just be a newer set release, so it may have just entered the secondary market, but the individual, just what you would consider to be normal cards, I guess, are $1 to $2 each on eBay. So that's not bad. The what I believe referred to as teal actually says on them, they're Aqua FX cards. These are $2 to $3, and as you saw, from this opening, you get one per pack, so they're common enough that I don't believe any of them have any more value than the rest, but $2 to $3 each on those. The, again, says right on it, Purple FX Blockbuster card is maybe $5 to $6, including shipping on eBay, so not terrible. Automatopoeia is, again, says right on it, a Nemesis Parallel. This is about a $6 card shipped on eBay for the parallel of that sort. You have the Oracle, which I kind of thought was the hit of the box, numbered S6, is a premium card, and that's only maybe $3, $4 at most, including shipping on eBay. So that was a bit of a disappointment. I thought that one stood out, but I think the hit of the box is this Jim Gordon Batman. Again, Retribution is the type of parallel for that, and that's about $10 card plus shipping on eBay. So that's not terrible. Again, for a $30 box of cards, you get more of a variety than I was expecting, and no duplicates that I noticed. So, yeah, decent enough. And thank you for viewing. I appreciate it.